Another thing that I'm realizing more, I didn't know how much human beings love to be used by social causes. They love to be used by social causes. An example of it is the civil rights, so-called civil rights movement. A lot of blacks love the civil rights movement because the so-called leaders of the civil rights movement are getting rich and famous while keeping them, the ones who support them, the blacks down and out. They keep them angry. They keep them living in hoods. They keep them fighting against cops. They keep them on drugs. They keep them blaming others while they get rich off the idea of racism. And they're living high on the hog. The Jacksons and the NAACPs and the Maxine Waters, the Wicked Witch of the West with the low IQ, and Sheila Jackson Lee, who need to go home and sit down and shut up. But the blacks love it. And I noticed that that's how it is with the baby killing, the women who love killing their babies. They love being used so that those who are promoting killing the babies can make buku money off of them. The ones that are running the social causes in our society are getting wealth. You're being used and you love it. Anyone remind you of that? You're a sellout. You're Uncle Tom. You're this. You're that. They don't want to be reminded that they're being used. And they won't even take a moment to reflect, to look around. Well, if baby killing is fine, why is it that the people who are urging you to kill your babies are not killing their babies? Why is it that they're not killing their children? If you ever question it, you'll wake up. Everybody and their mama knows that the public school system is pure evil. It's a money-making scheme. It has nothing to do with reading, writing, and arithmetic. And yet, they tell you to send your kids there because the more kids there, the more money they make. And guess where they're sending their children? The teachers and the unions and the others, the Barack Obamas and other people like that. They're sending their children to private schools. And you're so blind and love being controlled that you won't even question that. Okay, why don't you have your kids in these schools if they're so good? You'll fight to send your children to a public school system being used for money and perceived power by the unions, by the teachers, by the heads of the school, the principals, and all that mess. You're not awake enough to know that you're just on the total. The poor are being kept poor because the rich are getting rich off the poor by keeping them poor, by making them fight for their cause so they can get the money. They raise money with that stuff. Oh, racism exists? Donate some money. Oh, the poor black kids can't eat. The poor black kids can't get Christmas toys. Send them some money. And the money ends up in the pockets of the ones who are raising the money. But you're still in a fallen state. You're unwilling, and you love your state. That's why God just leave you there. He let you stay there because that's where you want to be. Because if you didn't want to be in the fallen state, if you wanted to have peace in your life, you can have it. Christ came, and it's done. But you got to focus on you. You got to work on you. And so many people are unwilling to do it. They love their damnation, and they blame it on God. When they stay there and suffer, why God let the children die? What kind of God would do this? You're doing it. The way it's been made, but you're letting your own children die. And by supporting all these social causes, you're supporting the people that are helping to destroy your children. They use your children to remove God from this public school system, and they replace it with men dancing in dresses. I can't even get past that. I wonder, why is that important to watch some dude dance in a dress? There are women who literally take the man's children to libraries and whatever events to watch men dressed in women's clothes dancing, all nasty and into his face. And so freedom from it is not for all, it's for those who will receive it. And if somebody don't want it, wish them well and go your way. That's what God does. Okay, I wish you well. Bye. Satan is your daddy, and you ain't going to be happy. And you trust the experts because they have a degree and they have no clue of what they're doing. And the one thing that I can assure you, if you ever decide that you want to be an individual again, and being an individual is not something you can make of yourself. It comes from within. When you as an individual start to focus on what's happening inside of you, you will become an individual.